Bonjour la classe. Aujourd'hui, nous travaillons avec les négations. Allons-y. So today we're working with negations, and you've already worked with one negation. That's ne and pas, right? So ne and pas go around the conjugated verb. So if you want to say, I'm not singing, you would say, je ne chante pas. The ne and the pas go around chante. If you want to say, I'm not going to sing, you would say, je ne vais pas chanter. So the ne and the pas go around vais. And if you want to say, I haven't sung, or I did not sing, you would say, je n'ai pas chanté. The ne and the pas go around et. And of course, you're going to do the n apostrophe to avoid vowel soup. Mais, that would be gross. So just have n apostrophe, je n'ai pas chanté. Today we're going to learn some different ways of negating things. And let's start with adverbe négatif. So say you want to say, I haven't done something yet. There would be ne pas encore. Je ne chante pas encore. I'm not singing yet. Je ne vais pas encore chanter. I'm not going to sing yet. Or je n'ai pas encore chanté. I have not yet sung. So ne pas encore means not yet. Ne plus means not anymore. So je ne chante plus means I don't sing anymore. Je ne vais plus chanter means I will not sing anymore. And je n'ai plus chanté means I didn't sing anymore. Finally, we have ne jamais. This one means never. Je ne chante jamais. I never sing. Je ne vais jamais chanter. I will never sing. Je n'ai jamais chanté. So you notice with all of these negations, the placement is going to be the same as ne and pas. It goes around the conjugated verb. Je ne chante pas encore. Je ne chante plus. Je ne chante jamais. So the same rules for placement apply to all of these negations. So let's look at some opposites. It's an easy way to remember what these mean. So we know toujours, souvent, means always or often. So that's the opposite of jamais. Déjà means already. So that's the opposite of pas encore, not yet. And encore, it can mean again, but in the context of this lesson, it means still. Like I still do that. And so that's the opposite of ne plus, not anymore. Et toi? Quelques questions pour toi. Pense à une chose que tu faisais souvent quand tu étais petite. Moi, je faisais souvent du vélo quand j'étais petite. Est-ce que tu fais encore cette chose ou est-ce que tu ne le fais plus? Je ne fais plus de vélo. Et toi, quelle est une chose que tu faisais souvent quand tu étais petite? est-ce que tu fais encore cette chose ou est-ce que tu ne le fais plus? You can pause and think of your answer. Continuons. Deuxième question. Quelle est une chose que tu veux faire, mais que tu n'as pas encore fait? Moi, je n'ai pas encore visité le Mexique. Je n'ai pas encore visité le Mexique. Troisième question. Quelle est une chose que tu ne fais jamais? Moi, je ne range jamais ma chambre, ou presque jamais. Voilà. Voilà les adverbes négatifs. Regardons maintenant les pronoms négatifs. So let's continue with negative pronouns. So, pronom affirmatif et négatif. So, if we wanted to say something affirmatif, we would say tout le monde, or everybody, or quelqu'un, somebody. And the opposite of tout le monde, or quelqu'un, would be personne, nobody. And so, one thing about these pronouns, tout le monde, quelqu'un, and personne, these pronouns are always singular and conjugated in the third person, like il, elle, or on. Let's look at some more pronouns. So, tout means everything, quelque chose means something, and the negation would be rien. These pronouns are always singular and conjugated in the third person, same as with the pronouns on the last slide. So you're going to conjugate them like il, elle, or on. So the fun thing about pronouns, negative pronouns or positive pronouns, is they can be the subject of a sentence. So look at Eeyore here. He can say, personne n'est venu à ma fête. Nobody came to my party. So personne here is the subject of the sentence. Who came to Eeyore's party? Nobody came. So personne is going to go first. And then you're going to have ne before the verb. And here we just did un apostrophe because être starts with a vowel. Personne n'est venu à ma fête. Nobody came to my party. Rien ne va bien. So again, rien is the subject of the sentence. What's not going well? Nothing is going well. So rien ne, we're going to have ne before the verb. Va bien. Nothing is going well. Rien ne va bien. Tout est en désordre. Everything's a mess. So tout is the subject of the sentence, so it goes first. And it's not a negative, it's an affirmatif. So you don't need a ne. You just say tout est en désordre. Everything is a mess. Tout le monde est méchant. Everybody's mean. So tout le monde is the subject. So it goes first. Tout le monde est méchant. So this is what it looks like when these pronouns are the subject of the sentence. They come at the beginning of the sentence. These pronouns can also be the object of a verb or a preposition. So what does that look like? Let's look at an example. Je suis l'ami de tout le monde. I'm everybody's friend. So, or I'm the friend of everyone. So tout le monde is the object of the preposition de. So it's going to come after de. Je suis l'ami de tout le monde. Je ne déteste personne. I don't hate anyone. So, because personne is the object of the verb détester, it's going to come right after déteste. Je ne déteste personne. I don't hate anyone. J'adore tout. I love everything. And finally, je n'ai besoin de rien. So rien is the object of the pronoun de, so it's going to come after de. Je n'ai besoin de rien. And you notice with our two negative pronouns, personne and rien, you still need to have ne before the verb. Je n'ai besoin de rien. Je ne déteste personne. So the placement of negative pronouns depends on whether it's the subject or the object in the sentence. So, sometimes you have one of these pronouns, either negative or affirmative, and it's followed by an adjective or an adverb. And when that happens, you're going to use de before the adjective or the adverb. So, for example, il n'y a rien d'intéressant derrière le rideau. There's nothing interesting behind the curtain. Il n'y a rien d'intéressant. So we have de in front of our adjective. Il n'y a rien d'intéressant derrière le rideau. So our pronoun is rien, then we have de, then we have intéressant. Le sorcier, c'est quelqu'un de merveilleux. The wizard is someone wonderful. So c'est quelqu'un, that's our pronoun, de, merveilleux is our adjective. So we've learned both negative pronouns and negative adjectives, and we've learned their opposites, or adverbs. We've learned negative adverbs and negative pronouns, and we've learned their opposites, and we've learned how to use them in a sentence. À vous. Class Canvas. Répondez aux questions suivantes en phrase complète. So you can't just say yes or no to any of these questions. You have to write out a complete sentence. Pense à la chose que tu faisais souvent quand tu étais petit. Par exemple, moi, je faisais souvent du vélo. Est-ce que tu fais encore cette chose ou est-ce que tu ne le fais plus? So if I still rode my bike a lot, I would say je fais encore du vélo. But since I don't bike anymore, I would say je ne fais plus du vélo. Numéro 2. Quelle est une chose que tu veux faire, mais que tu n'as pas encore fait? Par exemple, moi, je n'ai pas encore visité le Mexique. So, I haven't visited Mexico yet. Je n'ai pas encore visité le Mexique. Numéro 3. Quelle est une chose que tu ne fais jamais? Moi, je ne fais jamais mes ongles. I never do my nails. Numéro 4. Est-ce que quelqu'un est venu à la fête d'Eeyore? So did anybody come to Eeyore's party? And remember, there was a slide earlier in the show, in the slideshow, that talks about that. Et numéro 5, est-ce que tout va bien pour Eeyore? So, is everything going well for Eeyore? And again, consult a previous slide. Voilà, bon travail aujourd'hui et bonne continuation.